all been there, wanting to hurt someone, but how many of us actually carry out the act? Today we're gonna look inside the mind of a criminal. Did you know that a criminal always returns to the crime scene? But let's exclude the psychopaths who have an indirect aim. Hi everyone, it's the girl Treasure the Advisor, and today we're gonna touch on a topic inside the mind of a criminal. Yes, the mind of a criminal. We're gonna dive into the coverage of the reason criminals commit the act, and our concentration is killers. So person who actually end someone's life. That's what we're focusing on.
Finessing, I had to do it. My dog was like Shag and Scooby. Just might let your daddy chew it. How you get hit for no money? But say put your bag into it. Ay, I live my life on the run, like it's an action movie. Yeah.
Based on my understanding, a lot of crimes happen due to inferiority, superiority, or revenge. So these are normal motives that drive someone to commit a crime, a serious crime such as killing. So did you know that many persons who have reached their death is due to activating an inferiority complex in a criminal? So sometimes when someone kills the person, they activate this inferiority complex, which makes them want to take back their level or reduce that level of shame that they have. So they want to take back control of what they lost, which is their superiority. And a lot of criminals have this tendency to feel superior to their victims. Yes, it can also happen in the cases of rape too. So sometimes you see a nice lady and it makes you feel stand to the point where you want to take back the power and to show your dominance of a man. So you tend to attack that lady in order for you to gain back your self of control or power. Psychologists like to say that it goes back way down to in the past of their childhood. Could they be revenging someone? Could they be actually carrying out the act based on revenge? Could something has happened in their childhood so much that has caused them to alter their state of mind for them to do such a cruel act? Let's find out. Well, when we look at several cases of criminals, we found that not many of them had a terrible childhood. In fact, many parents of these criminals have come to say that their childhood seems to be okay. Wait a minute, I know what you're thinking. Could it be that these parents have done something so horrible and tend to shield their behavior by covering up and say that the criminal's childhood was okay? So now this is where we bring into deep in the case. We've looked at several cases where we see from first-hand the information from the criminal based on their childhood and what has happened. A lot of them tend to say that their childhood was really great. A lot of them try to say that something happened that had changed them, and some persons like to say that their childhood was horrible. It is said that people who kill persons, sometimes they do it in the act of revenge. Could it be that one parent had died when they were young, or both persons were dying young? But we all know that this is true in the case of terrorists. Perhaps that people who do carry out terrorism actually have both parents dying, so they revenge society by carrying out multiple acts. But there's actually a correlation between criminal acts and childhood trauma. So when I look deep into famous killer case, it was said that his childhood was okay, but there was something that triggered inside him that made him get this adrenaline rush of killing people. So he created the assignment of killing person. But I was looking into the pack and say, could it be that something that he saw as a child but has subconsciously buried it? Maybe it was on TV. But in his case, he claims to have had an okay childhood. It's just that he brought on the excitement. There was an excitement for him to commit such a horrendous crime. Yes. But in order for us to look in the minds of a criminal, maybe we should look at the physical aspects of the brain. Yes? And I want to let you know that we will continue discussion by looking into the physical aspects of the brain, such as the cranium and the amygdala and all those things, and the cerebral cortex. We're gonna look deep down in the brain to see if it's actually any deformity in the brain that could happen in a person who is a criminal. This is covered based on not being able to have a related cases of childhood trauma. So a lot of criminals had an okay life. So maybe it's actually not maybe it's not psychological. It could be, however, physical. So neurological, physical, anything. So next video we'll look deep into the aspects of the brain and we'll be studying the brain. Based on my experience, I see that a lot of things can happen in childhood, such as abuse, where all the sensation seekers are sensation driven to commit such a crime. But when we looked into their lives, we realized that some of them may have paired certain attributes to certain triggers, such as pleasure with pain. So some of them just like to see people in pain. Enough of the rambling, let's close up. So I want you guys to give this video a thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and next time we will talk about inside the brain of criminal.
She got something to say.
Thank you guys and see you next time. Bye bye.
I got a flight when I leave, so I gotta keep this shit sweet. I'm baby aside with the keys, a WV got them weak in the knees. A mannequin but with the melanin, rocking Gucci with the vitamin. And I'm still up in them element, gold on the metal, but still a hit up 87 for 7 wings with lemon pepper. You don't want no smoke with me. I got